Really hard to give a presentation, a short presentation after several eminent presentations before, and so it's really interesting also to compare different and similar experience. I'm also professor in Russia, in Kazan, where they are building a new city in Neapolis in order to understand how to share, how to create something from innovation. I'm also Italian, so I'm from the country, declining country. We have several problems, but the huge problem is, in my view, we are losing young people. We are losing well-educated young people. We are losing huge number of women that try to go abroad because they are well-educated, they are strong enough. So we are losing human capital. So in my view, it's not a sort of GDP, but it's a sort of knowledge. So taking the step from this kind of premise, I want to contribute to this debate, very interesting debate, try to attracting your attention on two kinds of consideration. First of all, this morning I heard a lot of triple helix model, we say. So how to interact the government, the university, and the industry. So you are in the right pathway. We are also in Italy trying to understand how to interact with the government, terrible, and how to interact also with all the science-based companies, all the young startups. So this is the scenario. But I would like to draw your attention which kind of innovation we are talking for. Because, you know, we can split all the innovation in incremental innovation and radical innovation. So when I talk about innovation, in my view, we are talking about radical innovation, is the cutting edge innovation. So all this kind of innovation that can create jobs, that can create spillover, knowledge spillover, that can contribute concretely for the local economic development, require not only knowledge, but require technological scientific knowledge. So this is just the premise where I want to start. So when we talk about innovation, so the radical innovation, and when we talk about knowledge, scientific technological knowledge, we have to be aware that all this innovation is really tough. So the general manager before said that 3M have to integrate several cross-domain collaboration. So there are several diversity. So also this morning, Professor Justin said diversity. What does it mean, diversity, for us? Means, first of all, technological diversity. If we have some example from medical device. The medical device industry is just a cutting-edge industry. There is also for social impact because it can solve some health needs, and also require several languages, several technological languages. If we look at the patent portfolio of medical device industry in the special Boston Scientific patents, so we can see there are several actors. So corporation, startups, spin-off, there are academic spin-off, venture capitalists, banks, and on the other side, several huge scientific domains. So from physics, nanomaterials, engineering, so it's a huge problem. So it's not so easy. This is the same for Medtronic. So the first point I would like to put in the table is that probably we have to understand how this absorptive capacity functions, how this absorptive capacity works, and we split. Inside the absorptive capacity, we talk about knowledge conversion capabilities. What does it mean? It means that KCC, the knowledge commercial capabilities, is a sort of ability that, that allow companies or organizations in general to transform research into products, not patents, products. It's a little bit different. And then to market the products. So it's another story here. So because sometimes the metrics of innovation is patents. I'm a little bit, provocative. I don't care about patents. So what we are doing, what we are talking is that innovation requires science, technology, require complex knowledge. And when we talk about knowledge, we have to understand the nature of this knowledge. The knowledge could be codified patents and tested. I don't care about codified patents, codified knowledge, because I can sell and I can buy. So I can buy patents from Hong Kong, I can buy patents from San Francisco, but I cannot buy know-how, because the know-how is the knowledge, the tested knowledge embodied in the people. So that's why we have to care about people, because the people have some know-how. So we are, in Italy, we have a lot of fashion, so we have a lot of artisans. So they care. If I want to learn, I have to job with him. I have to stay there. I have to interact with him. So please, we have probably to
one
care.
Minute.
Yes,
one minute.
Another story, if we look at the top inventors, top innovator industry, for example, the medical device, it's not so true that are so innovative, because if I can see the red line is the incremental knowledge, the incremental innovation. So after the crisis, the investment in radical innovation drove up. So in a sense, even though we think the medical device, the life science are so innovative, that's not true, because they are investing in improvement. They are not inventing new products. When we say new products, we measure with PMA, pre-market approval. That doesn't mean the new product that requires some pre-market approval from FDA. So I've skipped something. If we have to talk about innovation, if you are thinking about how to nurture this kind of capability.
Grazie mille.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.